Oh, Matthew!
Caught on camera!
Hey guys, Ryan here.
And Matthew here.
And Roscoe here. So today we're back with another sit down video. Video.
I'm really up for this.
We decided that we would move to the bedroom.
Because we like the fairy lights, we like the pictures, we like a drawing that Willow did for us that's still up there.
Basically, it's quite gloomy day in England, so we thought to make it quite cozy before the fairy lights.
Summer's over and I'm really worried about it.
And yeah, so firstly, hello to all the new subscribers.
Hello, we've gained a lot this week, so hey ya.
So hello and welcome to our channel. So we thought we would do a video discussing 5 tips to deal with homophobic bullying.
Because we get inundated, we do get a lot of messages about how do people deal with it, what should they do.
And we understand a lot of you guys are quite young, and we understand a lot of you are maybe coming out, or you're experimenting, or you're not really sure, or you don't even want to just label it, but you're getting bullying in general. These tips are kind of aimed at homophobic abuse, but you can just take kind of like, it's a good way of just handling bullying in general.
And I just want to say thank you to one person that messaged me when I was having a Nando's today saying, you and Ryan make my day every day and give me confidence to be myself, and actually your coming out video, homophobic video, actually stopped me committing suicide on the 2nd of July, so thank you. Which
so that's
is
why
insane.
we do these videos.
So hopefully this helps her, or helps this person, and helps many more too.
So let's begin. Alright, so the first one we've noted down, and this is quite simple, is just to tell someone.
So if you're getting bullied or people starting to just take the piss out of you basically, or just anything like that, if there's anyone you can tell that's a teacher, a friend, a colleague, if it's at work, because it happens at all ages.
Sometimes the internet is an amazing place. There's people online that you could talk to. There's forum groups. There's like LGBT community like forum groups. There's special apps now. There's special apps and special groups that if you are feeling really, really low and depressed, there's always someone to talk to, and there's always someone to tell someone. And I feel like if you bottle things up, it never gets resolved, and it kind of just stays in you. But if you tell someone,
you'll feel a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, and you know what, you're taking action. And like if you don't tell someone, you're not really taking action, and it's just kind of like stay. So you have to just tell someone, and don't feel embarrassed to be like, everyone gets bullied, so like you shouldn't really feel embarrassed to tell someone, or feel less like brave or less strong if you are getting bullied.
And if you're worried to tell someone, you think, oh, I don't want the bullies to find out I've told someone, it doesn't necessarily mean that something has to happen straight away to stop the bullying. It's just nice. You'll feel like this massive weight is like pulling you down, and it'll just lift up off your shoulders. It definitely will.
So that's our tip number 1. So number 2, we've got, remember that so many people are in your position, and there are so many other like gay people, lesbian people,
there's
like
millions,
different types of people that are in exactly the same position as what you are. So you can't just feel like, I feel like if you remember that, you're not gonna be kind of like isolated in the same time.
And if you feel like you're the only, for example, if you're in year 10 at school, or you're in your 2nd year at college, and you feel like you're the only gay person there, there's so many that you will not realise. Even people that are the bullies, sometimes they can be gay too, and they're just taking it out on you because you're an easy target.
And you've got to remember that like sometimes people bully people because they've got their own insecurities, and that's something that you always have to remember. But you just have to remember that you're not the only one, and I think as soon as you remember that you're not the only one that this happens to, I feel like you get a little bit of strength. You get strength. You get like some strength to your core.
So basically you'll get these.
You get these muscles.
But you'll get them inside, which means that it's even cooler, because I don't have these, but I've got them in here.
I've got them in here too.
Tip number 3 is don't feel ashamed and don't be upset.
Yeah, so this is quite like a weird one, because it's so stupid to say don't be upset, because it's hard to not be upset.
Of course you're going to be upset if you're getting bullied, but just don't feel ashamed. Like, oh my god, like when I was at school, I was quite lucky that I wasn't bullied for being gay, but I knew there was so much out there, so I just knew it was like just school was just a temporary thing. And then as soon as I left school, I literally just left I didn't do college where I lived. I like went to college a little bit further away, because I knew there's just so much out there. Like, I didn't want to be, you will not have to be constrained if you don't want to.
So on my side of it, I got heavily bullied. I got heavily bullied for being gay, because it was quite obvious that I was gay, even though I didn't technically come out at school. But I also got bullied for being like really, really overweight. So like I felt so ashamed for being gay, and that made me not like being able to come out at the same time.
What would you say to your past self back then if you were?
I think like
now, if you could
for
say.
me, I feel like I was ashamed very heavily. And I also used to kind of pray that I wasn't gay, and it'd make my life so much easier if I just wasn't who I was. But at the same time, I think you forget that, you think when you're in school, especially in school, you think that's your whole life. You think that's your whole world. You forget that life's such a small part.
So and what would you say to
honestly, I would tell myself, school's hard. Yes, school's the hardest time I've ever had, but like once you've done it, you've done it, and there's never going to be a time in your life that's like it's going to be as hard as school was. To me, I think school is just the hardest part of growing up is school, because I think school is just awful.
Kids can be horrible.
Yeah, kids can be horrible. And you know what it is? It's because everyone's so young. The bullies that used to bully me are now grown up, and they've turned into really, really nice people.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them, but some of them have turned into genuinely nice people. And I think school is just a very hard place to be. So I think you just got to remember that it is tough, but you've got to think it's not forever. It's 5 years,
temporary,
and then you're done.
And then you're done.
And I promise you, it'll never be as hard as what it was in school, because A, you've grown up, so you naturally get like a more thicker skin, but the people around you have grown up as well. And like I think as you enter adulthood, you just know that you don't bully people, you don't talk to people in a certain way.
Like, it's not funny.
And like no one laughs at it, and you'll find that random people that didn't stick up for you in school will start sticking up for you because they mature and grow up. So just don't feel ashamed and just power through it. And remember this, everyone's in that situation.
And if anyone's watching this and you're not in school and you've like grown up a bit and you are still thinking, well, I'm still getting bullied, like you will 110% just stay strong. You've got inner strength, and you'll be able to get yourself. If you want to move away from the situation, just do it. Like, don't hold back.
Do what you need to do to make yourself happy, and like take the jumps that you need to take. Like if before I came to uni, I was really unhappy, and I took a massive jump just to leave that whole situation, and it was the best thing I've ever done. Sometimes you just have to take.
I should think so too, because look what you gained as a prize.
So you sometimes sometimes you just have to take the massive jump. So even if you're in a job, and this is a real shitty situation, if you're in a job and let's say your boss is homophobic and he's bullying you, you don't need to stay in that job. You do not need to fight. You don't need to stay in that job. You know your self-worth. You're proud of who you are, and walk out that door and find a job, because there's just no excuse to stay in a job that you'll get bullied, unless it's your dream job. But even if it's your dream job, it's not your dream job if you get bullied. There's no excuse, because there's thousands of jobs out there, and know your worth, and you get anything else. You don't have to put up that shit.
Slay!
Yes, Hunty. So moving on. So next one is joining with the community or the LGBT groups in your area. There's so many groups.
There we go. And I feel like if you want to join lots of groups, that, like, I didn't actually know this, but my uni that I'm literally just about to finish in a week's time actually has an LGBT society, and I had no idea until now. And you can join them. Yeah, I didn't know. Did you know?
Yeah.
Have you been?
No.
But you could go and you could meet friends. They go to the cinema together. That door's open. It's really annoying.
They go out clubbing together.
They go to bowling together, and you make so many good friends. And one of my friends, Nicole, she goes to different societies at uni, and she made tons of friends.
Yeah,
I so much cool stuff.
Go and join in with these activities, and I think you know what, it is a little bit. I think sometimes it is nerve-wracking going on your own,
meeting new people, and you have to put yourself out there. But once you get past that first hurdle, just like, hi, I'm Matthew. Ooh. Like, and then you'll be like, hi, I'm Matthew. And it'll be so good. And
hopefully you can sing a little bit better. But also, you've got to remember that everyone's been in that situation, and like you've got to remember everyone's had to do that. Everyone's had to be like, hi, I'm Matthew, before they can do.
Everyone's been there. Don't feel weird. Did you not do it then?
What?
Hi, I'm Ryan.
No, that's why I passed it to you, but you didn't do it again. So yeah,
Hi, I'm Matthew.
Too late. I think join communities or join forums, and that's another thing. Even if you don't want to join like a real society that's physically out there, there's many things online that you can join. There's very many forums. There's many like discussion websites and all that stuff. Whatever your hobby is, or those, just join it and make friends.
There's so much. You make so many friends. Be careful if it's online. You don't know who you're speaking to.
That is
but
true.
You know, just go for it. Make friends. It can be the most beautiful thing ever.
And you might be asking, well, how does that relate to bullying and homophobic bullying? It's because if it's an LGBT community, I'm telling you, everyone's been in that situation. You know what? Everyone will understand exactly how you're feeling, and everyone will understand what you're going through, and then you'll feel quite normal to feel the way you're feeling, and it's not going to feel like they'll completely just get it, and you won't have to justify why you're feeling ashamed or why you're feeling upset, or even those questions like, why am I getting bullied for my sexuality? They'll completely get it, and they'll be able to sympathise.
And the questions you can ask them, their answers will so help you. It's insane.
And they'll have your back.
And if you're watching any of our vlogs and you're like at school and you're watching us go to Pride and doing all this like LGBT stuff and you're thinking, oh, you know, I just feel like I'm not gonna be able to do that. Like, your time will come. I only started going to Pride like a couple of years ago, and I'm 25 now.
Exactly.
So, and I could have done it at 18 and stuff, or even, you can go at any age, but like, you can get involved. Like, there is enough room for everyone.
And just remember, like, even if you are young and you want to get involved in all these like cool prides and stuff, and you feel like you can't because you're not out yet, or you just feel like you're never going to be able to do this, or because you're always going to be scared of coming out, you'll change. Like, you've got to remember that we're older, so we've had to go through that little bit.
You're 27 and I'm 25, so, you know.
I'm 23. Everyone's going to have to go for that awkward stage. Like, when I was 16, I used to be like, oh, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to kiss a boy. Like, you always go through that stage. You always go through that stage, and you've just got to remember that you are so young.
So young.
And just let it happen. Don't rush. Just let it all happen. It will happen. And the very last one is...
Right, we don't agree together with
basically,
this one.
we went to Nando's and we had a massive discussion about this one, but we'll get through on this.
Basically, me and Ryan we're like the opposite people, like polar opposite people.
Which is probably good, because I feel
opposites attract.
But also, you guys might be 50% with Matthew, 50% with me.
So basically, some people wouldn't agree with this because, you know, it's just what I would do. I would just, you know, just rise above it. Remember, if you're getting bullied, you know, you're actually probably better than them because they're bullying you, to be honest. And, you know, just walk away. Like, you don't need to, obviously, like, stick up to yourself to some degree, but like you, when I said you shouldn't have to punch someone, you like...
But Toby, you're not like, letting me say mine.
Yeah, I know.
So you're just assuming that I'm going to punch someone if they look at me filthy.
But I feel like, I personally think it's really good when you can be the bigger person and walk away.
Okay, well, that's Matthew's side.
And I hadn't finished.
So Matthew thinks walk away and slay, honey.
Walk away and slay.
So,
and then you'll have the, you know, silence is the biggest, no, what is it? Have success in silence, because then basically you'll end up having a better life than them anyway, because you're going to know yourself and you're going to be beautiful inside and out.
Right.
No, let me finish.
You're like literally just, I want to say mine, Matthew.
No, let me finish.
No.
No, well, I'm now off guard from what I was going to say. Basically, I just think that, you know, don't retaliate, don't even like give in to them. Like, don't do that, like, just... No, your go.
Finally. So I agree with Matthew at some point, but I do think I feel like you're not open, you're just got such a narrow perspective, because you don't understand that not everyone is like you. So no. I get people. I get I'm speaking, aren't I now?
Are you?
I understand if you are quite a shy person and you don't like confrontation, and you don't really don't have a voice, but you don't mind kind of like just letting things go. Well, I know from my point of view, that's not in my nature. So yes, if that's in your nature and you can rise above it and all that, then yeah, that's amazing, because they're not worth it. They aren't worth your confrontation. But that being said, if you're someone like me and you have got a little bit more like heat, or you have got a little bit more like oomph in you, then it's not as easy about letting things go, because before you know it, your mouth's opened. So I do think, yes, I agree with what you say, that you shouldn't rise above it, and you should rise above it. But if it isn't in your personality, then stand up for yourself. Like, if someone I feel like you should always judge the situation without being stupid. So let's say if they've got a bloody gun or knife, let's not rise above that. Let's rise above it and let's not like start a fight.
Take my advice on that one.
But if you feel like you're entitled to stand your ground, and if someone gave me a filthy look, I would stand my ground and I would educate them. And the thing is, I wouldn't necessarily punch someone in the face.
Oh,
I would give them a...
You're making me feel like I'm wrong and I don't know why.
I would give them a reality check and I would make them feel stupid, because that's the most powerful... That's something that I've learned in like the last year. Is rather than use your fist to fight, make them look so stupid, because that's the best thing. So I wouldn't necessarily throw punches. Although, I mean, if they came at me, I'd bloody throw a punch. But I would make them stupid. I would educate them.
Educate either. So you got.
No, you can't change your saying.
We've got three options. You either rise above it and walk away, you educate them,
or you fight them.
Or you tell them to subscribe to Matthew and Ryan, where we will educate them, because don't like homophobia.
Sometimes you have to get the picture that if someone's being homophobic to you, yes, you can rise above it, but also maybe they just need to be educated. They might not actually be a bully, they just might be stupid, and that's where you can educate them. But if someone gave me a filthy stare and they're like, oh, whisper, whisper, he's wearing makeup, whisper, whisper, he's gay, then I'd educate them and be like, that's rude, that's nasty, yes, I wear makeup, and B, I wear it better than you.
And I'd be there like...
And then, yeah, he would. But I'm not starting confrontation, because that's the next level. I'm educating that person.
Okay, then I agree you should educate them. But if anyone else watching this has any other tips and tricks, or anything to do with this, like, have you got anything to add to what me and Ryan have just said? Or, like... Would you rather go down the route that I said, or because I'm
Let's just recap that last one. So you can either, you've got to judge every situation the way it is. I mean, if there's a gang of 20 people, it might just be best for you to rise above it and go and take step number one, where was just talk to someone how you're feeling, or talk to someone, or go over to your community and talk to them how that makes you feel, rather than you cause confrontation, because you're going to be beaten up and you're going to get hurt, and it's just not worth it.
No.
Plus, if you feel like you've got to judge each situation, so either rise above it, and I think always respect yourself and always have your morals. I wouldn't go in and stab someone. I wouldn't go in and throw a punch unless they really wound me up. But that's probably my mistake for me doing that, because I shouldn't probably never do that. But if it happened, it happened. But I think you can either rise above it, you can either stand your ground and make them feel stupid and educate them, or see if someone's attacking you, bloody hold your ground and fight. That's the way I see all three of them. But the third one, I just don't recommend the third one, unless it's...
Yeah, like, remember, love is love. That's not very pride, is it?
No, it's not. But at the same time, like, there's been a lot of riots in life to get us where they are. So, but that's just my personality, and I think that your personality is very different. I think Moscow is like, educate everybody.
No, he's like, this daddy over here, this one's my favourite, so I'm going to do what he says.
This daddy's favourite, because I've got you now educating.
Ooh, you're molting and I don't like it.
So, they are the 5 tips we have. I hope we haven't rambled. I hope some of it's made sense, and I hope it's really cleared your mind up. And remember, we said at the start of this video, even though it's aimed at like homophobic bullying,
could be taken for anything.
Yes, you could really tailor it for any kind of bullying, and I know we spoke a lot more if you were in school and stuff like that, but again,
it could be anywhere, whether it be work, whether it be college, university, just a friendship group.
Yeah, you just have to kind of that's another thing with friendship groups as well, like any kind of aspect, you kind of use this. So if you enjoyed these types of videos, and make sure you hit that
thumbs up button,
and make sure you
subscribe,
and make sure you click that
link in the comment.
No, make sure you click that
like button,
bell button, and leave a comment if you have any like subjects or topics you want us to discuss, and what's your views on this.
If you could add anything, if this just helped one person, like, then that's just all we want to do.
So leave some love in the comments and we'll reply and we'll engage. And until next time, love you guys, and we'll see you soon.
Mwah.
Listen.
Caught on camera.